Evening everyone, do apologise for my lateness. Just been sorting a few things out. Evening Ari. Hope all's well in Finland. Barry. Nathan, Ethan. Team 2 representing. Bear with me a second. Hope everyone's well. I can't believe it's Tuesday evening already. Wow. Absolutely insane. Nice little picture there. Hopefully everything's working on the stream. I have changed quite a few things around actually. The thing that should be most noticeable is the microphone. Should hopefully be a bit clearer. It's now kind of by my face and not well out of the way. We're going to jump into the daily today. We're going to go on the alt account actually. What am I doing on the main account here? Get rid of the main account. It'd be absolute suicide to go on the main account straight away. So we'll start on the alt, coming from the back. Hope you're well, Barry. Don't know if there are any more wild mushrooms for you recently. Normally I have to restart this. The next daily race A isn't 10 minutes anyway, I think so. Go with the music. All good in the hood. Good to hear. We career toward Wednesday. I always try and just see what I can do to update the setup, so happy with moving some stuff around. Hopefully the quality is going to be okay. Today we will see what the ISP gods are saying. Don't know how the daily's been going for you, Barry. Barry, not enough rain recently for mushrooms, yeah. When it rains they really pop up, right? Don't know what your preference is to do with those wild mushrooms. And a bit of pasta maybe, something like that. Ethan just came third in the daily. Well, maybe we'll see you in the daily race today, Ethan. I don't know what your SR is at the moment. Our SR on the alt account has never been great, ever. Not a bad result. Nice little vista there. See, I should have had a look at the leaderboard actually when I was on the main account, but we'll come in here. We're going to go from the back. The last couple of times we've done these races, we've ended up doing a quali time, and that's really kind of changed the dynamic, and I really don't want to do a quali time. I want to go from the back and see if we can actually win any of these races, or try and get on the podium. Right, the best for wild mushrooms is to coat them in breadcrumbs and deep fry. That does sound nice, because the closest I can get to that really are the frozen garlic mushrooms. Well, that reminds me, I did have fish and chips a few weeks ago, probably a few months ago now, and I saw they had garlic mushrooms on the menu, so I ordered them, and they were amazing. I haven't had dinner again, so I always make myself really hungry on these streams. Ethan Davis, D and C. Maybe we will see you. I don't know what my... Oh, we're double B at the moment. That's only going to go down. Even John Pearson, hope you're well. Hope you're having a great start to the week. Well, what do you need to do, Barry? Do you need to dip them in egg first? Is that how it works? Dip them in egg and then dip in the breadcrumbs. Well, I was sitting on 2 cushions before, now I'm only on the 1 cushion. See how that goes. Decushioning. Do let me know if the audio is okay. And I can't remember what do we do here? Is it all the way to the front on the TT? No, it'll be all the way to the rear, won't it? Don't know what a good lap time would be here. We're not going to set one unless I get very forgetful. We're just going to navigate the carnage, basically. We'll just do a couple of corners. Okay. Brake a bit later there. Didn't get my angles right. It's going to be a pen. I wonder if you can dip a wheel on the outside here. No, I don't think so. It's a shame. If you could dip a wheel on the outside, you get a much better line. But I think it's just too slippery on that green bit. I wasn't very good at this bit on Sunday. I'd never really gotten to a rhythm there, so I'm trying to work that out. I think, Barry, you were saying that I can cut more of this corner, so if I get like that, I can probably get on the power earlier. Here, don't be too greedy. And then junk out, my nemesis. We'll work it out. Barry, my second hobby is cooking. Nice. Flour, egg, then breadcrumb. Don't know if you've ever done that with panko breadcrumbs. Just for that added luxurious edge. The last time I tried to make anything with breadcrumbs, well, no, it wasn't breadcrumbs, it was just flour. I tried to make onion rings and it didn't go well. Can do schnitzels though. My schnitzel game is okay, passable. Gotta tenderize it. We need to start a cooking channel, don't we? Barry, you need to start a cooking channel. Cooking with Barry. Cooking in cars. Oh, is it minus? Was it rear? I've got like 3 different brake balances here. Brake balances? Brake balai? In the Latin? I always thought I went +5. I think I'll go +5. Evening out, hope you're well. I need to adjust my cushion here. Not really sitting on it. Oh, this is difficult in the Playseat. This is actually quite... How do you lift yourself out of the Playseat with one hand and not have it fall over? And pull a cushion back. There we go. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm just going to need to get out. Eject. Ejecting for a second. So I know I've recently got load cells in the CSL Elite, but I can honestly tell you the critical sim racing piece of gear that I own is this cushion. It has made the single biggest difference to my driving. Oops. See, this will play ball today. Maybe. Harry made a great micro pizza. What's a micro pizza? When I make pizza, I end up making the pizzas too big, and they don't fit on a plate. I have to fold them. It's like an unintentional calzone. Harry's +4. Now, if I change it here, will it save? I'm not sure in these cars whether it saves or not. I'll go with 5. I'm pretty sure I have 5 on before when I was going for A+. I think we drove the TT lot on 5. Ian's going 2 or 3. Harry's going 4. Alright, okay, well I'll dial it back 1. You know, per popular. Hang on, how can I change it? Right, when we do the race, we'll do it. Evening, Ian. Ethan Davis, you think I could start a crash compilation channel? So Ethan has called me out on my driving because I did punt Ethan on Sunday. So fair copy, Ethan. I'll put my hands up. I did punt you. But I would say you did punt me on the next corner. Evening, Marcus. Hope you're well. Just adjusting myself here. Our Chicago Town White pieces now. Genuine, as we've got a minute to go. For my money, and I've probably been in the pizza buying game about 10 years now. For my money, Chicago Town stuffed crust is the best, in the UK at least, is the best oven pizza you can buy. Used to be Goodfellas for me. Used to be Goodfellas, but now, and I say it's been like this for like at least 6-7 years. Chicago Town stuffed crust. Now Chicago Town stuffed crust wasn't even the first Chicago Town pizza I used to buy, because I used to buy the microwave ones. Sometimes you can get on offer for £1. You can get a mini pizza each for 50p, which is just insane value, and it microwaves in 3.5 minutes. You know, it's just, it's like tier 1 level snack. If it was getting ranked on the Corona ranking, it'd be tier. Actually, what's the highest tier in Corona rankings? Tier 3. It'd be a tier 3 snack. That's up there before. Before, for me, it was Goodfellas. Pepperoni and pepper, obviously classic. Evening, Andy. We're gonna try and get the COCOM on with Andy next time. We'll have to work that out, Andy, and just check it out. I've moved my microphone around, so maybe we can get something to work there. Harry, I hope there'll be karts again in FIA. Wasn't karts didn't it kick us off in FIA a couple of seasons ago at Largo? And it was a lot of fun. Right, here we go then. Double B's across the board. I don't know what these times are like. I mean, they don't... Seems like a fairly close spread for the top 7, so we will see. I feel like I've forgotten to do something with the stream, but I'm going. Have you had the mini? Yes. Mini ones was that. Yeah, I had way too many of them. I never would have one mini one, by the way. I'd always have 2. I don't know if anyone could actually limit themselves to just having one mini Chicago Town pizza, because that is like, you know, Dalai Lama levels of restraint when it comes in the pack of 2. In-game Tesco finest. Now, yeah, what I was going to say is that's for me. That's at the top. Those 2. For me, right at the bottom, relegation is the Ristorante ones. I absolutely hate the Ristorante ones. Cannot stand them. Now, I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, because, you know, the Ristorante ones always seem to be there in the supermarket, so someone's buying them. But it's not me. To me, they have no flavour, way too thin. They're not that cheap. Why you get a Ristorante one over a Goodfellas or a Chicago Town, I don't know. Who's buying all the Ristorante pizzas? Maybe they're getting like corporate sales or something. Al had one for lunch. Nice. Is that the Chicago Mini? Just the one. Barry, frozen isn't just not a pizza. I don't know. I think frozen pizza in the UK is like, you know, it's probably up there with fish and chips. It's like a national dish. Right, let's go full screen. I feel like I should have done some practice probably. Prepare your SR. I think we'll be fine on the SR, surely. It can't be that bad. Jimmy Benny. Hope you well. Right, I hope I'm not going to hit this microphone that's now nicely positioned. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't get to the traction control in time. Right, we say we go +4, didn't we? Okay, a bit weird. Woo. Okay, that's not good. I've already tangled up with my microphone. Almost gone rallying across there. I doubt there's going to be space for me on the inside here, let's be honest. We've just managed to get in the middle though. We just cleared the guy on the inside, which was the important one. Alright, leaders up there, leaders battling. It's 4 laps. I'd say we can definitely go for wins here. It's my first race, I've got to get into a groove. But we're less than 3 seconds off the lead at the moment. Looking pretty good, I'd say. And we haven't lost in the SR. They're going 3 wide ahead. Oh my word. I mean, this is just going to be... Yeah, do not avoid for the main account, I think. You've got to be a glutton for punishment if you want to do this in the main account. Went a bit deeper than I wanted there, but we were never going to make it through anyway unless we can follow the RCZ. Now the TT on my right is going to have the slip, so he'll probably inch past me, but I think we can do him on the brakes. Okay. You don't want to be too greedy on the power there because it's all about angles and very easy to run wide and pick up that penalty. Can we get this guy on the inside maybe to the hairpin? Yeah, we'll try and go through it. Just slotting in. Okay, didn't quite make it work. It was a valiant effort. Do say so myself. Can try and dive down the inside there, but it does really compromise your line, so we'll live to fight another day. Bit of contact there, but I think we made it through without a penalty. That's a strong move. That is a strong move, to be fair. We dropped out of the slip here, but I'll take it. I'll catch up in the chat. Chat a word. Chat in a second. Got to get a move on if we're going to go for this win. People are going to be serving penalties. Tell you what, I really like this combo. I think driving the FFs and GT Sport is just, for some reason, it's become something that I really enjoy. Bit of rubbing there. thought I might get a pump, so I went a bit deeper. Ooh, too deep, too deep, too deep. I haven't been very good at this hairpin, actually. It's very different this in the Group 4 to the Group 3s. The Group 3s, in all these twisty bits, you always feel on edge that you're going to get spun out, or I do. In the Group 4s, your only worry really is about getting on the power too early and understeering off the exit of the corner. Right, one more lap to go. We haven't really gained that much time-wise, but we've gained in terms of position, so Adam's going to take a 1 second penalty. Can he make it difficult for the leader? Let's see. Too deep. Don't really have a very good braking marker for turn 1. Might try and trick this guy. I think I'm going to stay on the outside, and I might dive on the inside the last second. Let's see how this goes. Again, a very aggressive move. I don't think we're going to quite get first here, but it's been a decent effort. Not the worst junk out I've ever done in history. Traditionally my worst corner, actually. Alright, we'll start off with the second. From the back, I'll take it, although we are in the BB lobbies. I wonder if I'm going to need to go to a double cushion setup here. Yeah, I'm going to have to get my other cushion. I'm really not sure, but for some reason. Right, bear with me a second. There we go, I'm double cushioned now. Ooh, what was that? Didn't need it. Hope you enjoyed that race anyway. I'm sitting on my cable. And please do feel free to tap that like button if you enjoyed the race. On you tap that like button thing. It's very much appreciated. Get rid of that. Catch him on the chat. See what I've missed. I wanted to kind of concentrate in that one to, you know, have a good first race, and then we can. There'll be more anarchy as the evening progresses, no doubt. Onto the pizza. Yeah, I don't think the pizza chat resolved itself on the top 3 oven pizzas. Yes, Al, I don't think you can choose liveries in Daily Race A, unfortunately, because they're provided cars. So, unfortunately, I'm blending in. I'm blending in like a pleb in Daily Race A. I think we'll stick with Daily Race A for the moment. We'll see how we go. Evening, Steve. Hope you're well. Hope the load cells are going well. The old loadies. Don't know what you guys thought about that racing. Was it too rough? I think sometimes if there's a gap on the inside, then and there's not quite a car's width, then sometimes it's worth going for it. Steve got the VR. I don't know which VR that is. Is that the PlayStation VR? I haven't used the PlayStation VR since I moved over to using a monitor, which is probably, what, a couple of months ago now? Well, I used to use VR every day, or every time I played. That was my go-to, so I can really recommend it. I never had the sickness thing, but I think if you have the sickness thing, then just give it some, you know, have some breaks at the beginning and try and get acclimatized to it, I guess. What I can say. Barry, GT10 will come with new categories: FF Group 4 and FR and MR Group 4. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they could just balance the cars a bit more. I don't know. I've really enjoyed using the Scirocco and the TT. They're probably my two favourite cars, actually. Evening Awesome or morning Awesome, I never really know. Probably early morning, mid morning, I don't know. Evening Detonator, hope you're well as well. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Ian, and a good result for Ethan as well. Ethan trying to get that SR up, I think. I feel like this would be a good Call of Duty map. This area here. You could have like capture the flag on either side of this lake. Awesome. Will you join FIA tomorrow? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this stream goes. Maybe we want to do a bit of Laguna practice and just do a few laps and see how we are. Laguna hasn't really been a good hunting ground for me. I always seem to hit the sausages. No matter how much I try and avoid them. I seem to hit them without fail. So I don't know. Maybe. Evening Max. Anyone else notice the other day Basic Ollie Neary's got copyright strike by DTM? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that from Basic Ollie. It's happened to me a few times. I always just dispute it. I mean, I'm not getting any money anywhere, trying to get any money, so it doesn't make a difference to me anyway. I think it makes a difference if you're relying on ad revenue or stuff like that, then it becomes an issue. But when that happens, you can just dispute it. It's obviously just an error in the system. Also, with the time trial, can't put 19.5 in for manufacturers. Yeah, I don't know what a good time is there, but for me, Laguna Seca is just a tricky track. And I've driven it quite a few times now. I only drove it for the first time a few months ago. Since then, I've driven it quite a lot in GT Sport and iRacing. And yeah, the first corner I can kind of do. Second corner I'm really bad at. Third corner really bad at. Fourth corner really bad at. Fifth corner, corkscrew not great. It's just I'm not really, for some reason, not very good at Laguna Seca. But that can be a good thing to try and get better. See, the PS1 has got 3 games too: Skyrim and Resident Evil Biohazard. Skyrim is really good in VR. It's the first time I played Skyrim. But to be honest, when I got PlayStation VR at the same time GT Sport came out, I think. And I only really got it to play GT Sport, actually. Harry, how long have you been driving karts? I first went karting at university. So I karted for a few years at university in Club 100. Then I had a break for loads of years. And I came back last year. I think last year I started karting. At some local tracks. specs, and then I did a few kind of one-off Club 100 race at the end of the year, and I re-entered Club 100 this season. This is my first season back in Club 100 for about 10 years. Donated Laguna's your first ever race week. Nice, wasn't Laguna a added track in GT Sport? Didn't they add it in? I'm not sure it was there at launch. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Harry race years ago, 100cc Yamaha. Was that in Finland? I don't know what the karting scene is like in Finland, but obviously Finland has a very good, what's the word, like pedigree of drivers. So I imagine very good. Must be a 4-stroke that 100cc, I'm guessing. Wasn't best time in EMA low 19, so best time is low 19. You're doing 19.5s. I don't know. For me, Laguna Seca is about not making mistakes. There's a lot of places where the penalty for making a mistake is very, very severe. Donator, only been playing since Christmas 2019 and already A+. Donator's cooking up a kind of like introduction video to the Flash lobbies, which really reminds me of the safety briefings they play you at karting tracks, which they paid you to watch safety briefings. Evening, Hugh Hattrick. Hope you're well. Hi, Kireth. Really enjoying the live streams. Thanks, Hugh Hattrick. Would you be up for a live stream interview at GMO Sport and Sim show every week? Yes, of course. Yeah, go. Let's sort that out, Hugh Hattrick. I don't know what you normally talk about, but I could maybe talk about my journey from a T80 non-force. I was going to say force feedback the other way around. Why would I do that? My journey from a T80 non-force feedback wheel to what I have now with Fantaxis Elite and low cell pedals. Are we too expensive to carry on racing? Yes. Karting is very, very, very expensive. I think that is why Club 100 is such a revered championship. You have very, very, very fast drivers like Mr. Super GT, like Treviso, like Marky Boy, like other people, like Nathan. Very fast drivers, but you don't have the cost associated with owning your own kart and having to rebuild the engine and everything. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Steve, got my first win on Black Friday weekend, then a week later got GT Sport. That's a hell of a combo. Are we all agree that GT Sport is just one hell of a game? Like, the value for money is just absolutely unreal. Oh, getting close to the SRAs here. You Hattrick, we love interviewing sim race and karting race drivers. Fun and relaxed. Well, definitely let us know, Hugh Hattrick, how you want to sort that out. Definitely be up for doing that. Might be nice for me to kind of take stock on sim racing in the future of sim racing. Ariel's too slow, no sponsors. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know what your thoughts are, Ari, about the. There's two schools of thought, right? About. It's not just limited to karting, it's about excellence in general. One school of thought is that it's genetic and it's talent, and either you're born with it or you're not born with it. And another school of thought is that actually it's about your environment, it's where you grow up, it's about your support network, it's about how much practice you put in, it's about whether you enjoy what you're doing and therefore it's meaningful practice. Obviously, motorsport is a really cool place to see that come together. For me, I think it's a bit of both. I think if you haven't got it, you can probably put in a lot of practice and not excel. By the same token, if you're naturally got an aptitude to it, but you don't put in the practice, you won't excel. So, I don't know how we got into that. Just ping me in the Discord, Hugh Hatrick. Just pop a message in there. Right, when I heard this, I was like, wow, Dilso has joined eMonaco, and he said the owner will pay for their accommodation of a car in Monaco for all team. Ah, that's why it's called eMonaco. Well, we beat an eMonaco driver on Saturday in FIA. Does that mean that we... What does deal for Frey Bentos Racing? We live at the factory. Evening, Loopy. Good morning. Hope you're well. Now, let me move this microphone. Oh, no, too late. One day we'll get the start right, eh? Forgot to put my gloves on. Just navigating these treacherous waters here. Can I put my gloves on while I'm... No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. Whoa, okay. Sorry, mate, that was pure pinball. Am I going to get a penalty for that? Or was the guy behind going to get a monster penalty? Oh, I didn't see that guy there. Whoops. We'll have him back here. It's alright. Let this guy go. Still no penalties. Clean as a whistle here. Going to be penalties behind. Alright, let's continue our march onwards. I think we can get past the Italian. Maybe into junk out, we'll have a look. Ooh, it'd be pretty ballsy to have a move on the inside there. We'll just do it on the main straight. Germans run very wide. Hopefully that's not going to be a pen for a corner cut. Dutchman's got 2 seconds. German actually recovered quite well there. It can be quite dangerous to have a pop here because it is really easy to run too deep. So sometimes that's the best thing to do. Just make sure you get really close to the apex and you can kind of just sneak through. Now I'm going to try and put a glove on here. Nope. Not going to work. Questionable tactics there. I'll just go too deep. I think the leader's checked out here. Not sure we're going to catch the leader. Let's catch a German there. Actually, leader's got a penalty. Possibly just half a second for a track cut. Never really been that good at this corner. In fact, the guy behind is catching. I always feel like I'm very late on power here, but it's normally because I am, actually. I'll read that one in a second, Steve. I'm not full screen. Sorry, Ian. Sorry if I missed a message in there. Honestly, I had like 7 minutes to get ready for this race, and it's all caught me by surprise. I've got one glove on now. Leader served his penalty. There is a point where you can start getting close to someone and you can definitely you can definitely make them uncomfortable so they brake later or earlier or just disrupt their rhythm, and I'm hoping we can do that to the German. I'd like to get a bit more rotation there. There was one time I took that on Sunday and I really stamped on the brakes because I'd actually braked a bit too late. And I was able to get quite a good deal of rotation before the apex. It'd be good to replicate that. I think we're going for third here as the best we can do. Subject to a catastrophe up ahead. Don't think we're going to be close enough by the end of this straight unless we go for a monster dive. Okay, it's Mr. Radon. My favourite of the noble gases. Ooh. 1 second penalty, that's going to double up to 2 seconds on the line. Braking going in now, the German. Can we have a dive up the inside here? No. No way, really left the door open there. Light touch. Could have a pop here, but we won't again. Just a bit too greedy now. Vastly compromised my line. If we're going to do it, it's going to be over the line. That might be a cut, actually. I kind of disintegrated on the last few corners there. Don't think we're going to be able to sneak this one. Good battle with him. Steve, it's got to be the best game. Clean races level 1, yes please. Now, just need to adjust my position. I love GT Sport as you can just jump on and drive. Yeah, it's very different to iRacing in terms of the kind of daily events. But then I think the iRacing endurance races are just on another level completely. That is something I really would like to do on this channel, is do a iRacing enduro. Get Frey Bentos Racing into iRacing. Someone's gone down to D here. Dutchman. Oh, you get free pies. Yeah, that's... Do you want to go to Monaco? Do you want a free tinned pie? Do one more of these. Take the free tinned pie any day of the week. If you're really, really hungry, going to Monaco is not going to help you. Although I can say in Monaco actually isn't that expensive if you don't want it to be. Obviously, if you want to do it really expensive, if you want to sit in the, what is it, Café de Paris or whatever, I've never done, and watch all the cars park up at the casino, then yeah, you're going to spend stupid money. But if you want to grab a pizza or a pasta or something, you can get it for well under €10. Steve, there's something about racing online. The competitiveness is in all of us. GT Sport has the right blend of accessibility, longevity, and enough variety within the game to keep you hooked. That's a very good, concise summary there, Steve. You've encapsulated it perfectly. Let me see if I can get this microphone up. Yep. Loopy, I love this community. All you people saying hello to me is overwhelming. It's very nice to wake up to, Loopy. Yeah, it's a very welcoming community. I think that sim racing in general is quite collaborative. I'm not sure the PUBG community is quite the same. We've got up to SRA there. Huge. Huge results for us. See Owls setting a time as well. Barry, whereas ACC is to sim and very complicated, and if you want setups that will cost you from the top real-life racing drivers like David Parrell, Ferrari. Yep. There was one race in FIA last season, Nations, that was a tuning race in the F1000T car at Saint Croix, and I really enjoyed the combo. But it was amazing that the tuning made so much of a difference, and I think in Top Split, you know, people were paying decent amounts of money for tunes, and it's like that in ACC and iRacing for the open races all the time. That also adds another dimension that is a good thing. Just the trade-off is it makes it less accessible. Ari with a reset. Sorry to that, Ari. Thanks, John. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, I think we're racing okay at the moment. It's probably a good combo for me. To be honest, if this was a race C, I'd be absolutely all over this on the main account if it was a race C. I'm beginning to really, really enjoy Interlagos, actually. It's amazing how these tracks, you know, the tracks themselves don't evolve, but your understanding of the track just keeps going to different levels. It's a relatively simple shape if you look at the shape of the track, but where the grip is, where the camber is, you know, how the curbs are, you know, where you can run wide, where you can't. It just, there's so many layers to it, and it's fun to just keep exploring. It doesn't, you're not like you reach a point, at a certain point you just mastered it, you know. And I say, for example, in some first person shooters, you can actually just completely understand the map and all the exploits and all the camping spots, and that's it, you kind of reach a limit. Whereas these tracks, there's just so much to learn always, so much time to find consistency. Hugh Hadrick, there's a good supermarket in Monaco. It's Andrews from 2 euros. Yeah, there's a good supermarket in, it's like it's not really underground, although Monaco is very up and down, but it's like, it's recessed. There's escalators going into it and stuff like that. I think it's a Hyperdino or something. It's quite a big supermarket. There's a McDonald's there as well. I think it's by the aquarium, maybe. And yeah, super reasonable. Go there, get a baguette or something. If you go and watch the F1, which I've been lucky enough to do a few times, if you book your tickets on the hill, as long as you get to the track about 6 AM, which maybe sounds early, but if you're going to watch the Monaco F1, it's not that early. There'll be space. Get your chairs, sit down, bring your baguettes, bring your beers. I mean, that is just, I'm not going to say nothing beats that, but it's a very nice place to be. It's a great view as well. The best view in Monaco for the GP is on the hill. I've been a couple of times. Ate at that cafe near Tabac. The cafe near Tabac. There is like a sports restaurant. It's like a what are they called? What are they called? Not like Planet Hollywood, but one of those ones. It's like a TGI Fridays. Hard Rock Cafe? Oh, something like that. It's like one of these restaurants where they have, you know, memorabilia on the walls. I went there one time on the Sunday after the race where they open up everything, and it's actually in the paddock. So if you eat there and you get a good spot, you can see everyone, see all the TV crews, team principals. You know, everyone's stopping by, having a chat, having a drink. Very, very cool. Very cool. John Pearson doing FA tomorrow at Laguna. Very good. Well, if people are doing FIA and struggling or finding it difficult, maybe I'll pop on and do some FIA practice later on. Can do that. Vinny back up to BS after the reset. 28k DR loss. Ouch. Ouch. Do we think that the racing is cleaner? Now, my view is always that the racing is more dirty in the lower lobbies, but actually I think the racing in the A+ lobbies, S lobbies, is actually very, very clean at the moment, in my experience. So maybe it's kind of working near the top, but when you go down, it just, yeah, it's like piranhas chips. John Pearson, this is my first manufacturers I've ever done. Well, good luck, John Pearson. In the Mercedes. I don't know if that is a good car or not. I think it's always a solid choice, the Mercedes. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Do feel free to tap that like button if you are enjoying these races from the back. We've got a second and we've got a fourth so far. We are going to go for that first. Do feel free to subscribe as well if you're new to the stream. It would be great to have you. I can't remember what the FIA is on Saturday, but I am around this Saturday, so I could give that a shot. FIA last Saturday was some of the best racing I've ever had in GT Sport. Or any game, full stop, actually. Thanks, Villa, for the subscription. Cheers, mate. Very much appreciated. Always good to know that, you know, we're doing the right things. Or we're making progress, so it's very, very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Evening, Ian. Yes, a second and a fourth so far, so not too bad. I did forget to put my gloves on last time, which I'm going to blame for. The fact that it was only a fourth. It was a good battle though. Not seeing names that I recognise yet. Maybe we will get there. Sorry, 2,000 points per race. That must have been a big reset. Evening, Jacob. Hope you're well. Oh, Saturday's Greek one at Le Mans. Oh, we'd have to practice for that. Definitely. I'll make sure. Why can't I change the brake balance here? Please let me. We'll try and get a good start this time. We kind of bottled the starts the last few times. One of Ian's favourite combo. It is a classic combo. I don't know if it's just a completely open group one. I'm not sure. Are the hybrids the best cars at Le Mans because they don't have the highest top speed, do they? So will it be a non-hybrid car? I can't remember. I remember when it was at Laguna Seca, I think you know, you had to use a hybrid because it's much twistier track. No hybrids allowed. Okay. Is it going to be a VGT car? That's going to be the best, like the Dodge or something like that. Or was it the Mazda? It could be interesting. It'll be interesting at high splits. And it is a track I need to become better at, because if we are going to do endurance racing and iRacing, you know, we'll be doing race at Le Mans. So yeah, maybe it is one to practice. I don't know, do I risk race B on the main? Well, you are very good in the Group T's. So I'd say if you've got a good quality time, then yeah, why not? But I wouldn't risk it on race A, no way. Ian, the Mazda is topping, okay. Good to know. See what we do here. Bide our time. Look at the gaps. Well, I thought I could just have sneaked through the inside here. We might still do it. SR down. So that now means that this race will be an SR negative race. It's just brutal. Anyway. Sailing past in the brakes there. Is that just kept on the curb? I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we got away with it. Pretty nice move there. I needed to lift off a bit more there. Just let him come across me and we could have done a cutback. I don't want to be on the outside here because we might run out of space. Maybe there's a McGann up there that will eat for breakfast if we get there. Guy's not a fantastic driver. Maybe the straight is where we're going to have the most space. Just been a bit rough there. Got to fight fire with fire sometimes. Track limit penalty, interestingly enough. Got a lot of cars behind I don't want to get sucked into, but we are because we're going to take the penalty. Just on the main account, I mean, it can just spiral out of control so quickly. Barry, what a dirtbag, yes. Well, that's not really a penalty at all, is it, the half second? A very light penalty. It's such a weird penalty zone because you're basically in the braking zone already, so it actually helps you in a way. Get to this side of the track. I've been very poor there. I haven't been braking enough, I think, to kind of hug the curb on the inside. Likewise there. Might not be applying as much brake pressure as I think I am. Yeah, I think that's wide there as well, so just to kind of stamp on the brake a bit more. Let's say that. Just got ahead of this guy. Right, 6 seconds to lead. Let's try and bring that down at least and sort out the braking, which is a bit of a problem this race. They're definitely fighting up ahead. And the leader hasn't checked out. A couple of penalties which people will take on the last lap. Good battle there. Yeah, I had to look at the brake meter there. Okay, I think we can try and make up a couple of positions in the last lap. I'd love to get on the power much earlier there. I think that is really the corner to master. I was going to do one corner over and over again. It's a tough one between that one and turn 1. I think those ones are key. You feel great, but sometimes slow is fast through there. Right, they're only half a second, so not going to be that significant, but I think that guy's got a 1 second maybe. On my inside. Any more? Might be touch and go this, we're pretty dependent on some fighting up ahead. That's how tight I want to be normally, because we actually got the power a bit earlier. Very wide through there. Looks like a lot of fun up ahead, actually. I think we can aim to be in that pack. And McGann, interestingly, is holding its own. Right, let me just adjust something. Much better. Honestly, it's all about the cushion placement for me. Donated 147.8 quali in race B. I don't know how that is. Let's have a look. That was a good race in this one. We did lose some SR there, unfortunately. In fact, we've gone down to B from A. That's quite significant. We'll try and get in that mix ahead. What are the times for race B? So detonated with a 147.8. Just about a second off the top 10. I think that's pretty quick. Pretty quick. See, VQS. Vanquish Esports. 3 here, although VQS Ryan can't beat Nathan when it comes down to a 1v1. As we found out. But race B, you have to set a lap time and be at the front. Yeah, it does seem like that kind of race. Yeah, I need to sort out my starts. I've always kind of... It seems like such a rush at the beginning. I think we can do this. I think we can get a P1. That was a race where if I'd driven really well, we could have got a P1 because we kind of could have been in amongst that pack and then made the most of it. Jacob, he was trying to constantly jam you into the wall. Yeah, I think I gave good back, but then we picked up a penalty because I think we were basically forced to do a track cut, if I remember. A little bit harsh the way it works. But then again, the half-second penalty didn't really make a difference at all. So, I mean, my second account is not my first account. Can't race FIA though. Is the music on? How long has the music been on for? Oh, Jesus. It's probably just been one song going around and around and around. Apologies for that. I thought the music was turned off. I actually turned off my my headset. Thanks for letting me know. The audio, as a streamer, the audio is the most difficult thing to kind of work out. The visuals, you can see it, you can see the bit rate, but the audio is, I don't really know. I found out that if I mess with this, it sounds like I'm unwrapping a sweet. So I'm not actually unwrapping a sweet, but it sounds like it. Sorry everyone for the constant loop of that music. Honestly, I thought I turned it off within like a minute of the stream. So how long has that been? What's the time? It's been over an hour, so well done everyone. We'll have to take those ones out of rotation. Unfortunately, I'm limited with the music I can play on stream. Because I can't play anything that will infringe copyright. So as much as I would like to play Queen and stuff like that, it would just be amazing. I can't do it at the moment, but maybe things will change with YouTube. Maybe they'll get some sort of license or something. Yeah, lots of elevator music. Yeah, can you imagine being stuck in a lift for like 10 hours and it's the same song? Or the same song you have in conference music. Conference calls. Very interesting view here. Don't normally get to see that wall from this side. I wonder how Interlagos would be in reverse, actually. The first corner would be funny, wouldn't it? It'd be like an off... like a downward... Yeah. Interlagos in reverse. And the chicane at the end would become very interesting. Evening GT Grandad, hope you well. Evening Couch Laws Studios, hope you well as well. Yeah, one of the two. One of the two. So yes, FIA tomorrow at Laguna Seca and then Le Mans on Saturday. We'll see. Getting pretty close to PS5 now. Pretty close to Xbox, pretty close to PS5. So I imagine we'll just be using the PS5 to play GT7. Or then maybe we'll try and pick up a copy of Dirt. Do some Dirt online. Don't know what people would like to see on the PS5 and the Xbox. I'm just ready for better graphics and for stuff like GT Sport, more cars. More cars, please. Yeah, I promise it's not a lint, because I ate all the lints. In 1 month, yes. Yeah, actually, yeah, 1 month exactly for PS4, isn't it? I think Xbox coming out a week earlier, maybe. Thanks, Couch Law Studios. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. I am really looking forward to a week where the Daily Race B and Daily Race C are a really good combo for me. And I just want to smash it on the main account. The thing is about Daily Race C is that even if you get an SR down in that race, you will recover it. Whereas, as we saw, we got 1 SR down in this race, in the last race. We didn't get any more SR downs. We didn't get any contact penalties, and we still went down from an A to a B. So it was yeah, some amount of SR that we lost. So even though I really enjoy this combo, it would be stupid to do it on the main account, I think. Yeah, hopefully GT7 will run better, and also my PS4 is just so loud. I don't know if you can hear it. Take my headphones off. Yeah. It's just so loud, and apparently the PS5 is going to be much quieter. That's a win in my book. Yeah, GTA 7. I'm ready. I'm ready. Maybe ACC on console will play better on PS5. Maybe I'll pick up ACC because that should be fairly cheap, I think. PS5 is not only a heater. The thing is, I don't even think the PS4 gets super hot. It just gets super loud. It doesn't get hot externally. Maybe the chip is getting hot, but it's just so loud. Actually, not a bad thing to kind of for the console to be loud just before a console refresh, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thinking, oh, finally PS5 and game in peace and quiet. In terms of other races coming out, I mean, Project Cars 3 came out. I think we'll skip that. On the Podium has got it. Not sure why. But other races coming out on console, I'm not. What else is coming out? I guess Forza's going to come out on Xbox. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Have you tried PC3? No, I haven't. On the Podium in the Discord has tried it. Given his thoughts. In fact, he's tried PC3 and he's tried PC Mobile, and he didn't really enjoy either of them. I did play Project Cars 1 before I was playing GT Sport, just not seriously, just messing around. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed in Project Cars 1 that you could... I think there were more cars. I feel like there were more cars, like 30 cars or something. And you could set up crazy races with accelerated time of day, changeable weather conditions, so it would like rain halfway through or just rain randomly. You could like roll the dice. So I really enjoyed Project Cars 1. It was quite a hard game. It kind of, iRacing reminds me of Project Cars 1 in my head because I did Project Cars 1 first. But I'm not that interested in Project Cars 3 because if I wanted to do Project Cars 3, I just play Need for Speed, and I haven't played Need for Speed, even though I think a few have been free on PlayStation. So the only other game I've played recently, I think, other than GT Sport, is last night I played Among Us, and I played some Call of Duty the weekend. I would like to play more games, both racing games, sim racing games, and other things. Mac driver. Right, so we're going to go for the win here. It might be a slightly lower lobby because of our SR. We'll see. I think the proof barrier with PC3 will be just how much it sold. Is there going to be a PC4? Probably not. As in, like, a PC4 that would be a sequel to PC2, really, if you know what I mean. Barry, GT7 would be the game that makes the PS5 the biggest selling game console of all time. Wow, high praise, Barry. Yes, maybe. Yeah, full screen so I don't forget. Yeah, that's easier for me to get. Break. Nathan, I've had enough for tonight. 147.1 for race B, 146.8 optimal. I think that 146 optimal will get in the top 10, wouldn't it, Nathan? Whereas a 146.6 is that top 10, but it's close enough. That's incredible pace in the Group 2s. Still in pain from the weekend, yes. Were there any... What were some of the controversial moments, Nathan, at the weekend? Did anyone get banned? Were there any accusations? Did anyone have a big mechanical? Couchwall Studios, I hope GT7 gets back to the old GT series like GT3. I think it will. I think from the trailer it looks like it's going to have all of the, you know, auction house for cars, and you have to, you know, replace it all in your car and everything like that. So yeah, I think so. Yes, it can, Steve, but you need to You need to put the mounting thing underneath it. Right, I'm going to try to sort out the start this time. I'll be very good at the start. Howdy. I really like grid starts. It's very dynamic, and it's a lot about psychology, I think. You kind of are anticipating what people are going to do, but not in a conscious way. It's all a bit subconscious. I do think in Club 100, I don't think I've ever lost places off the start. I've been lucky maybe, but I always seem to kind of make up places. I wonder if that's GT Sport practice. No, we weren't going to get through that. Might get pushed out here. I'd love to be able to go around the outside here, but it's just not going to work in the daily. We don't want the leader to check out. We're going to go for the... Oh, leader is checking out. That might be a pen. Nope. Yep. Absolute carnage here. Penalties all over the shop. I think the Russian's going to be difficult to pass, so we'll see what happens at turn 1. Actually, it looks like he might be given space here. I don't want to have to wait till the penalty zone. He's going to go very defensive, obviously. I think we can do a switch back on him. No, I'm just going to try and do it. Yeah, I had a feeling something like that might happen. Oh, we got an SR down for that. I feel like he might break or something here. You're on the main account now. That's the end of your account, basically. I don't know if someone can check out this account on Kudos Prime now and see what the SR is. It'd be interesting to see what the drop is going to be. This is going to be surely a plus, or like a 30-point drop. I think it's been at least 2 SR downs and 2 separate contact penalties, I think. Yeah, pens all over the shop. More penalties and England quarter-final appearance at the European Championships or the World Cup. Yeah, welcome to the daily races. This is why we're on the odd count. But the Russian, I think that was basically all down to the Russian. I'm not sure anyone else was that dirty, but the Russian was very, very dirty. And that's all it took. I don't think that, for example, I don't think that Spaniard was dirty. He was just moving across to kind of open up the corner. But the Russian was just, he was always going to be impossible to pass, and actually maybe the best tactic would have been just to follow him to the penalty zone and go through in there. Forgot I had a penalty there. Yeah, for example, I don't think this Spaniard is a dirty driver. We'll see when we catch up with him. Well, I think he'll give a bit of space. Way too deep that time. Very nice time of day here, very nice sunset. I think the Laguna race is also at quite a nice time of day. A nice Californian sunset. Right, it's kicking off. It's really kicking off ahead actually. I think that might be first, second and third altogether. See if that one disintegrates. Looks like they've all got penalties actually. Like we said, it's not the harshest of penalty zones. I don't know what the harshest penalty zone is actually in the game. Bander's coming back. This is good racing. Wide again. Shame. Again, we could have had a better result. It is there for the taking, I think. If someone runs very wide, that's going to make things interesting. Spaniard's gone very wide there, which is opened it up for ourselves actually. Bit of contact, hopefully not a track limit like last time. Yeah, I think the Spaniards. Yeah, he's really lost out there actually. Yeah, that was your archetypal daily race A actually. Nathan, this is why CBA for dailies, yes. Nathan, was actually a very smoothly run event. A few carts ran out of fuel. The eventual winners they ran out of fuel in their first stint, lost 4 laps as well. So they did very well to pull that back. I don't know what their background was, Nathan, the winners. Yeah, so we've gone down to a C there. So we were A, we're now C. I don't even want to look at the SR, but it's like... It's a good job it doesn't matter for these ones. Because I don't think we did anything dirty in that race, to be honest. I think it was all a lot of pinball. We got hit from behind and stuff like that. We got penalties, so it's just brutal. But like I said, in the daily race C or an FIA, you would make that all back. Nathan, no fights, no anger mechanics, all went very smooth. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hopefully that bodes well for Sandown. I can't remember where Sandown is actually. Is it in about a month's time? Detonated with a 3DR. Well, it's 3 better than nothing. That's any consolation. Barry, with these races, stay out of their slip when coming to corners. Yes, maybe. Maybe that's what I need to do. I think I've been okay so far, to be fair. It's just that one really did boil over, and it was just... I wanted to overtake the Russian where the track was at its widest. It never really worked out that way. Barry, race speed for 1 minus SR deduction is 20 points. Harsh. Very harsh. Nathan, the raid we're going to say is much easier for me to drive. It's MR, so better in the corners, but a bit more wild in corner exits. Yeah, I think that's the thing. If you can control the more aggressive Group T cars, you can gain a lot of time, but you have to be able to control them. So, for example, I'm not very good at controlling them. I often stay in the Lexus. Jacob also liking the Lexus, yes, smooth exits. begin to fly SR62. So it went from 62 to 38. That's not... Well, we've been at SR1 on this account, so... Not super. It could technically be worse, technically. Yeah, in Borsa, we get it. This is it, right? On a Monday, or actually it's Tuesday. The racing only gets worse. It only gets worse the lower down you go. It's like when they had those submarines, and they go down to the bottom of the sea, and they go down and down and down, and the further down they get, the weirder stuff becomes. They have like this weird, not even fish, just like creatures, weird. That's what we're doing with our SR. We get, let's say, one is like the bottom of the Marina Trench, where it's like just the pressure is so high, basically nothing can survive unless it's really, really weird. I'd say we're now we're descending into the trench, I'd say. There's make or break this race, actually. Ari lost main account on the stage S. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't turn penalties off on that race, to be honest, but is what it is. I didn't do that race on the main account because no penalty. So penalties on. I think Nathan also got a reset at that point. Thanks everyone. It was a decent race in the end. I do think we can get this first place though. If the cards align, we have a good set of opening corners, and we can it's all about the momentum. I find as soon as I lose momentum, I start moving in treacle. But if I can just keep overtaking cars, that's the way it's going to work. Just keep overtaking cars. Cashaw's penalty wasn't your fault. Yeah, I think I got 2 penalties and 2 SR downs. I don't think any of them were my fault really, but it's what it is. Interestingly, in iRacing, in the manual for iRacing, they say they deliberately don't try and assign penalties because it would be impossible. So they just give a penalty to everyone when there's a crash, which is one way of doing it. 21st November, okay. I hear we're just going to put you in the car for all 3 hours, Nathan, and then we'll just walk home with the trophy. We'll just be on the microphone, on the intercom with the strategy. I'm looking forward to it. Sandown's should be my best track because it's a track I've been to most. So hopefully I can, contribute meaningfully. Steve saw Eris win race C late last night, basically in race 2, but he really struggled with tyres. Went from 2nd to 9th. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping on Sunday I'd take to race C like a fish to water and just be like, yes, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really quick here, and this is going to be a great one to do because other drivers aren't going to be as up to speed. But actually, I didn't really take to it. I think I was close. I think maybe a bit more practice, and I think it's a track that actually I would really enjoy because I have grown to really enjoy it in the regular direction, but I think those races are probably going to be quite interesting because the track is going to be relatively unfamiliar to a lot of drivers. Binny game from PT, good luck Binny. Barry, I pick and choose which I know are the safest daily races to participate in. As I do enjoy racing, I do like to protect what I have gained. And having a reset on zone day race is not that fun. Yeah, having had a reset is kind of, I've been there and done it. And yeah, we're getting close to the end of the cycle for GT Sport. I don't really want to have to get reset and clamber up. It's going to be difficult with me for the time. That said, if you do get reset, I think best strategy is pick a race, do a really good qualifying time so you're starting at the front of the grid, and then just grind it. And hopefully it's a track you want to get better at because you can treat it like time trial. That's my thoughts. You have to update those pictures in the bottom left with all the recent thumbnails. I did come in for some criticism for my thumbnail for the lobby on Sunday because it wasn't actually historically accurate. So I do apologise if anyone was misled for that. It was group 3's in the thumbnail, but actually it's group 4. I'm only human. Council Studios. Yeah. It's funny how this is the first Gran Turismo game that I'm aware of where they've had this kind of safety sports rating, and it's funny just how it, you know, obviously I'm a big fan of it. But it's funny how it's such an integral part of the game in terms of what we talk about. We talk a lot about the DR and the SR. We talk a lot about the meta basically, even more than how are you guys taking turn 3 at Interlagos? You know, are you going deep? Are you running wide and exit? We talk a lot about the DR and the SR, which is very interesting. Ari going for race A. Ari, I hope on the alt account, mate. Maybe we'll see you in here. Evening, Issa. I've been more inclined the other way, so small wins are worth the pain. Each to the rain, Issa. But just on that SRDR point, it is funny because, you know, if I was on the main account now at Daily Race A, maybe I'll be racing against Basic Holly, maybe I'll be racing against Super GT, maybe I'll be racing against Rory, or, you know, whoever, or just fast drivers, which would be better for me as a driver because I would see where they're braking and see what lines they're following and everything. But most of us aren't doing that because of the penalty risk, so maybe it's going too far in that direction. I don't know. We're kind of, you know, we're in pleb class at the moment, Borstal class, which is good entertainment, but an interesting one to think about. Well, we will give iRacing a proper crack. I think my PC, my laptop can't really stream iRacing at the same time that it's running it. Let's see what happens here then. I really want to get this win. I think that's a good thing to aim for. Let's see how the cards are dealt. So it should be a lower lobby now, actually. No Russians in here. An E-rated driver. Steve, I think what it means is that if you don't win as much, when you do win, it feels more satisfying. Maybe I haven't understood it. Yes, thanks. Maybe I haven't understood your point, Issa. I still haven't understood it. Okay, because the wins are... When you do win, it's very special. I get it. Here we go then. What are we thinking in the chat? Position. So Studios is going first. I'm probably going to go... I'll say third for this one. But obviously hoping to do better. We haven't bottled it yet, which is good. That would be bad if we bottled it. Yeah, hopefully a clean race and hopefully a good result. I think I need to be up to about 6th or 7th by the end of the first lap if we're going to make progress. It seems from what's been going on. Evening, Anne. I hope you're well. So you set a time for Daily Race A, I believe. Barry's going for the DR reset. I mean, that means it's going to be a very eventful race. Let's see. I still didn't really sort out my start there. There's so much to do at the start. I need to relax on the brake balance. I can do that after I do the traction. Here we go then. Might get run out here. No, fair play, got the space. I was in a bit of a unusual place there in the racetrack. I was much more to the right than I wanted, but fair play to the Scirocco. It gave me the space there actually. I heard something, I thought I was going to get punted. Parsifal's going to have a penalty here. And he's slow. And he's wide. It's hanging in there though, but he won't quite make it here. Right. The cards are in our favour, actually. Look at the tea leaves. The tea leaves? Not going to catch one, is it? Right, we've got an overspeed here. What do? We saw what happened to the Spaniard last time. Can we just follow the Belgian through, actually? Presumably the Belgian's going to go very defensive. Squeeze him out over there and then we'll take the inside line. Just cleared it. No, we didn't clear it. I thought we just cleared it. We've escaped a penalty. This guy's going to have the momentum, so we'll have to go defensive. We'll just beat him on the brakes. Alright, so we've escaped all those penalties. We need to just catch up with these guys. Here we go. Here we go. This could be it. This could be the one. Very wide there for me. We almost got through. Very deep there as well. Oh, I went down to first there, pretty good. This guy behind wants to get involved, so it's a four-way here. Right, see what happens to the Spaniard, because that penalty isn't really going to affect him. We will lose the Belgian driver behind though, unless he really gets stuck in. Luckily we've got our own tow here. Nice. This is it, this is where we want to be then. We've actually got 2 laps to get the deed done. Jenny, this could get spicy. I'm not sure this will get spicy. Okay, he was doing a bit of lift and coast there. Thing is, as I've said before, it is about the momentum. So if I take it too easy, I'm going to lose that momentum. So as soon as we catch up with him, I need to just make the move however I can. That might be the right-hander coming up. Very wide there again, but we're getting power now. Yeah, that has cost me. Really not very good through there, but we'll take it. So I'd say my best overtaking spot is, what is it? 1, 2, 3, turn 4. My best overtaking spot. See if we can get it done there. Not sure we're going to be close enough. I know I can be quite late on the brakes here, and he seemed to lift before he braked last time. Should we just gamble it? Should we just go for it? Tell you what, this is actually going to be tough to do. Just need to line something up. Under a bit of pressure there, so he knows I'm about. He's gone very defensive there, which is going to compromise them. Actually, it's a poor exit from me. I think this is too far away. I think this is too far away, unfortunately. Fair play to the Spaniard. Oh, we were close. We were close. We were close. Hope you enjoyed that race. Do feel free to tap the like button if you're enjoying the stream. Very much appreciated. Yeah, good result. It was a clean race. We had a fantastic lap 1 actually. Lap 1 was very good for us. I think we were up to about 6 in lap 1, which actually that's where you need to be if you're going to win from the back. Thanks everyone. Yeah, Ian the Spaniard, he did do well. He did do very well actually. We're back up to SRB. I think it was a clean race bonus, actually. See people. Lots of red SR down here. If you get a penalty, you're going to get red SR. That's just how it works here. Yeah, we could have done better there. I think we can do this. That's as close as we've come, and I didn't quite set myself up for the moves really well enough. Thanks Ethan, thanks Barry, thanks Steve, thanks Tony, thanks Studios, thanks Ant. Donator, I suffer from closing in on someone and not being brave enough to make something happen quickly. I think that's, I don't know if anyone else feels it when they're kind of going from the back, or you know, maybe you've qualified worse than your actual pace. I do feel the momentum is a big thing. I think for anyone who plays football or rugby or something like that as well, momentum is just, it is such a big thing. And keeping on pressure. And I think at that race I ran out of steam basically when I hit him. I didn't put him under severe pressure ASAP. See you, Barry. Half day tomorrow. Is that half day work, half day FIA practice then? Or FIA? Turn 4, yes. Turn 4 is a good place to do it. But it is funny how early on in the race, it's a lot easier to pass drivers, I think, because the lower down the grid you go, the drivers aren't quite as good. So you know, you can. It's very easy to throw it up inside in turn 4 to someone who's 10th generally in this race. I'm finding, but when you get up to 2nd and 3rd, actually it doesn't always work like that. But at least that was a clean race. Evening, Brian. Hope you well. Well, afternoon, Brian, in the States. Doing okay, thank you very much. Not too bad down here. And it was small margins in that race, yes, that's true. I was thinking about my FIA race on Saturday, which I'm going to upload as a separate video. In fact, it's already processed. I don't know anyone who was following that FIA race, but I think the top 10 was separated by 5 or 6 seconds. So that race, it felt like I was always battling for the lead. And normally when you're battling for the lead, you know, the rest of the pack ends up like 10, 20 seconds behind you, especially for a 20-minute race. But actually 10th place was, I think, was only about 5 or 6 seconds behind. So just go to show that any kind of mistake where you lose 5 seconds, you know, you instead of finishing, do we finish 1st or 2nd? I can't remember. 2nd. You'd be finishing in 10th, which is a massive difference. So yeah, small margins. But I remember when I used to, you know, even when I was probably even going into this year, I used to spin a lot on GT Sport. As in, it wasn't a rare occurrence for me to spin in a race or go completely off the track for no other fault than myself. But I think in a race it's quite rare for me to spin now. I'd say probably very rare. I do sometimes go off track, although I think today I haven't, for example. So that is progress. And when I was doing those things, those are the small mistakes. I mean, that you can't really finish 1st. You are going to finish 10th. Because you're just handing over 5-6 seconds. Studios, is it insane that you made that far from 10th or what? Yeah, from this race I was from 10th. I think the race on Saturday I qualified 4th or 5th or something. But we had a good start there as well. But that was maybe like a 3rd split race. It was 250 points. It was a good race, that one. Beat some of the Monaco esports drivers. Not sure they'll have talked about it in their pad in Monaco. Steve, you can defend on this track and be really tricky to pass on. Yes. The only thing about this track is, and especially in these cars, is that there are quite a few corners where, you know, a right corner leads into another right corner or a left into a left. And that means that if you can be aggressive going into that complex and just get alongside, even if you're rubbing, then you've got the inside for the next corner. So I think it really does reward that at certain moments being aggressive and getting alongside. Right, throttle management can make or break you, yes. I think on these pedals I'm much more progressive with the throttle than the brake. Because I've had to adjust the load cell sensitivity to actually mean I can get to full brake. I don't have a lot of progression, but you know, it's okay. But there is more progression to come, which is a good thing. I don't know how you're finding it, Steve, with your load cells in terms of that balance between needing to apply a lot of pressure but also wanting to have progression coming off the brake. Thanks, Mr. Studios. But yeah, something else I'm really excited for is when the racing games come out for PS5 and Xbox, hopefully we can be streaming them from day one, and hopefully we can be, you know, up there. We've got all the equipment, so we've got literally no excuse, and you know, we've got decent pace in GT Sport. I think if you said to me from the outset that I'd be, you know, mixing it with some of the drivers I'm able to mix with now, I probably wouldn't have believed you. So that bodes well for PS5, hopefully. Lippy, I'm on screen at the moment. I haven't even put my VR headset on for months now. I'm on the screen, which is obviously good for streaming, which is the reason why I moved to monitor. But I do miss my VR. Actually, I would like to do. Actually, what I would like to do is a proper VR stream one day where it's the whole head tracking. That would be cool. For anyone who is able to try a VR headset, I do really recommend it. I do think it makes a big difference. Interesting to see the elevation here. Good little infield track there. See, once I've got the muscle memory down with the track, I find that really good, but sometimes going in cold on the track can be tricky, yeah. There was a point earlier today where I was going quite deep in a lot of corners, and I tried to put 2 and 2 together and think, oh, probably I'm not using enough of the load cell, not applying enough pressure. I don't know if you've changed sensitivity and stuff like that, but that, I think Ian suggested it, and it really did help for me. Look at the buildings here, look how far back in the distance they go, those flats. Probably get a good view of the racetrack in a lot of those flats. Studios can only play with VR offline. It depends how you use it. If you want to use VR in GT Sport for the full shebang, you know, you can look around everywhere, then you can only do it in time trial and arcade. But you can use VR in any game on PS4, just in terms of having a massive screen. And actually, because the screen is so big, it does make a big difference for racing. So for example, when I was using the VR headset, if I was going around a tight left corner, and I'm thinking about, there's a hairpin at Barcelona that's about turn 4 or 5, it's a tight left-hander, that's also a good overtaking opportunity. If I was going into that tight left-hander and I was ahead of another car, I was unable to see the radar, because you have to look so far to the left, you can't even see the radar in your peripheral vision, which meant that you couldn't really see if someone was doing a diving or something. But that just goes to illustrate just how immersive it is, maybe. Pepper Pot is moving up on the E account. Right, it's the same guy, the same Spaniard. A few of these names I'm recognising now, so I think we've got to go for it again. These lap times are not set in the world alight, and there's quite a few E-rated drivers here actually. Hopefully we can dispatch them in short order. Leafy was definitely easy to follow a ghost, but I sweat up easy and the screen fogs up. Yes. Maybe a fan or something may help. May help. Studio, you running on a 3-screen setup? Although I would say that VR is. Actually, I've never raced on a 3-screen setup, so I can't really make the comparison. But I suspect VR is better than the 3-screen setup, because in VR you get a 3D effect. So the way you perceive speed and distance is actually very different. So when I went from the VR headset to the monitor, I found it really different, and the first few times I tried it, I just had to go back. The way you perceive the horizon in VR is very different. The horizon doesn't just vanish as it does on the screen. It doesn't work like that. I can't explain it. I think Driver 61 has explained it in the seminar that we watched better than I can. Maybe the Spaniard will get taken out or something. We don't want that to happen, but it's a possibility now. We'll go full screen here. Full screen this up. Here we go. I'm going to be optimistic and say we're going to get first here, although it always depends on how the start goes, really. But here we go. Steve. probably do a lot better on the start if I really think about it, actually. It's going to be very messy up here. We need to do what we can, go through that ghost. Avoid that retribution. Maybe is that an E-rated driver and actually it ghosts him automatically? Somehow we've made it up to 6 without actually doing a lot, but I'll take it. I was hoping to get a move done there, but it would have been a hell of a send. Giving me the space there, which is good. Let's try and break a bit later here. So we can just cut across him. We haven't been able to do it. So we might be able to do it now. There we go. There's no real coming back once you've cut across someone there. The Spaniard is going to get away. Trying to stop that from happening. I don't think anyone from behind is going to catch up with us now, so... All Brits and the Spaniard. Maybe the guy in second can actually get something done on the Spaniards. A lot of weaving about. I don't know why we're dropping back so much. It feels like we're miles away. We're not actually gaining that much. I only gained a couple of tenths. I guess they are in a slipstream train. Hopefully this penalty doesn't mean that Spaniard just gets away now. What looks like it might happen if they all squabble. That's a good result actually. Hoping these guys go after the Spaniards. It's going to be on my inside here, might make it a bit difficult for us. No, just about. We don't want to lose time here. 2.5 seconds off the lead, and you know he beat us in a fair fight last time, so I don't want this guy to think I'm going to go on the inside until the last moment. I can always cut that corner more than I do. It just feels quite unnatural to cut it to the extent you can. Right, I think we've gained half a second on the Spaniard, which is good. A bit deeper there than I wanted. Actually, it's worked out okay. Hopefully we'll take another half a second out by the end of the hairpin or something, hopefully. Got himself a penalty. The best through John Cow. Have a look at the delta. Now that half second isn't really going to compromise him, so you know, is it going to come down to the last straight? If anything, we will see. quite deep. It's really pushing that to the max. It's probably as late as I could go without really compromising that corner. There's a second ahead, he's not going to lose that much time. Cost more than I thought, but that's not a good corner by us. Unfortunately, we are in the toe now, but this is going to be very difficult. I wasn't close enough there to force him to go defensive. Quite an important moment in the race, actually. Our nemesis. Fair play to him. He's beating us again. I think the promising sign is that we definitely had the pace this time, I'd say. That 37.8 I think isn't the worst lap time in the world. Steve set him up lost corner. Yeah, it's all, I mean, well, actually he did get a penalty as well, which gained us half a second that we otherwise wouldn't have. But yeah, the beginning was absolute chaos. So we did well to avoid all of that. I mean, some people are getting timed out here. I feel like this is a bit of a challenge now. And I also feel like the last race was a very good opportunity for us to do it. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, Studios. I think it's a really good track to practice this. You're not just slamming on the brakes every corner. There is a lot of trail braking required here to go faster, so it's a good track to practice. He's looking pretty good in the RCZ. Now, it's definitely more pace for us on... Well, we haven't been getting the best starts, but it's almost a blessing in disguise to not get the best start when you start at the back, because you don't want to be absolutely in the middle of everything. You kind of want to be just back enough so you can see everything that's going on and still profit from it. Now, if we quali Studios, we've done it before. It kind of just once you quali, you can never unquali. I think we actually need someone to really take it to the Spanish driver. So whoever's 2, 3, or 4 to really take it to them, and that will slow them all down, and then we can catch them as a pack. There have been other races where the top 4 have been battling all the way through. I say our pace is definitely getting better than our racecraft. This is quite a good one for racecraft, I think. SR should be better now, hopefully. Well, obviously, but hopefully should be. Are we going to be knocking at the door of A again? I think that might have been the first time that we've ever got to ASR on the odd count. Which kind of says everything you need to know, actually. Interlagos. You can see just here on the left of the screen just how big that elevation is. So if you under any grandstands, you get a really, really good view. But when the PS5 comes out, I mean, what is there going to be to play? I think Dirt 5 is coming out for PS5. I think I need to double check. I can't. In terms of racing, I'm not sure. Are there any other racing games? I think usually there's like a Wipeout or used to be a Ridge Racer or something like that. I'm not sure what there is. Yeah, it'd be good. That's a good idea, Steve, actually. Something I thought of. It would be great if your clean races stacked. So you get a bonus. So if you got 5 clean races, every clean race you got in a row stacked a bonus. I guess it's a good thing there's no microtransactions for SR. Buy an SR booster, limited edition. I think GT is quite a... What you see is what you get. In my opinion. Oh, Andy. Andy's setting a time. I think we could set a time in the 137s, it seems. So what... How would that stack us up? I think we've done 137s in the race, so we could actually get... This is the thing, right? On the main account, we could get within half a second of that time. It's pretty cool. But it's too risky. And also when you're in, even when you're an A+ driver, the lobbies are often, you know, A+, A, B, 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 C, C, C. Because these lobbies aren't always massively populated by the top players. So if you have one kind of, you get run out wide, suddenly you're behind a load of C or D drivers. Neither you're going to lose a lot of DR or you're going to lose a lot of SR or both. And in that position, probably the smart move is to just, you know, literally pit or something. But yeah, Pantoni is a master for the daily race 8s. I think, Steve, that would help with the kind of the grind, maybe, or the grind back, and also maybe it would incentivize people more to have more clean racing. I'm not sure what else can be done, to be honest. Maybe there will be some cool ideas that come up in GT7. We will see. We will see. I wonder if they'll do once... Well, just before GT7 comes out, I wonder if they'll do some cool stuff in GT Sport, like really weird races. Oh, are we in the Scirocco here? That's just the last car we had. Yeah, Pantoni is now signed up to a team, B1. I can drive what you want. It does look like the RCZ is... I think... Steve, I know you're very acquainted with the RCZ. I think the TT handles better than the RCZ. Steve, will GT Sport carry over to PS5? I don't... In terms of progress, I don't know. I hope so. Because it's an account, really. It's not... It's cloud-based, it seems. If it doesn't, that'll be interesting. A lot of French drivers up here. 5 French drivers. I don't know who this guy is. There's a new name I don't recognise here. I see when people set their times. This guy set it quite recently. Stephen, will you be sold to race? Will you be able to race PS4? I'll be honest, Steve, I don't know, but I assume in the same way that people on the PS4 Pro can race people on PS4, I think it'd be similar to that. I hope. Yeah, in terms of racing games on the horizon, I'm actually, apart from GT7, I'm not actually aware of anything, but GT7 is going to be a big game, surely. More cars, more tracks, more cars on track. Maybe time of day, who knows? Better graphics. I'm pretty sure that, I'm looking at the screen now, I'm pretty sure that when GT7 comes out, if you go back to GT Sport, this will all look really dated and really low resolution. In the same way that if you looked at a PS3 game now, probably look really old. That said, the GT Gran Turismo games have kind of, I think they've all aged well. As we look out over the vista, I would really like time of day. I like to see people walking over the bridge. I think for me, time of day makes a big difference. It would also change how you learn and race a track. You'd no longer be able to rely on shadows and stuff like that. You'd have to look for other brake markers. I think when there's time of day, it feels a bit less like you're in a video game. It feels a bit more like you've gone to that track on a particular day. And it's a bit more of a living, breathing thing. Just my thoughts as we wait. To see who we're going to get matched with. Matching process. $781,000 credits. Okay, we're getting close to. Can we afford a Group 2 car with that? Maybe. Students, if you have time, it would be nice if you can make small videos for FIA tyre sort of strategy. I used to do lap guides. R4M key at the top. I don't know who that is. I used to do track guides. They just take a lot of time. And, you know, what can I say that Mr. MCA won't say? Because he just makes phenomenal map guides, track guides. So I have done some before, and I do have some general guides on GT Sport and stuff like that, but YouTube the Key 25. It'd be more fun if he was coming from the back as well, wouldn't it? Or do we, if he's doing race A, should we set a quali time next race and we can actually race him? I don't think we're going to get first in this one somehow. We'll try our best. I don't know if he's trying to recover SR or something, but it might be a bit of a weird race for him just starting first and winning. Not much of a warm up, was it? We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll see what we can do. Yeah. Must have got reset. Thanks, studios. Let's see what we can do here. Try and do a better start actually, and not just drop the throttle. See if we can get on exit here. I'd much, if anything opens up on the inside there, I'd much rather be on the inside than be on the outside because it's a really long way around. Just thought I was going to get rammed there. Steve? It's a bit of a traffic jam here, which is going to cost us. Dirty tyres, maybe. Hopefully not a penalty. Let's start down, we'll see. Not quite as much progress as I would have liked, to be honest. Ooh, running wide there, okay. First time I've done that in a while. I'm so hungry. All that talk about Chicago Town pizzas just made me so hungry. When I stream, I tend not to have dinner, which is maybe a good way of losing weight, I don't know. Yeah, that's where we lost a lot of time last time. We lost it all through here because people are very defensive, as is their right. Barge through here. In the wrong gear there. This is where I think the RCZs are really good. It's a bad corner for me anyway. I think the RCZs are good out of here. You've actually lost the slip here, which is very, very... My throttle is not 100%. If you have a look at my throttle pedal, it's kind of wavering. Well, I'm pushing it to the floor. It's interesting. Absolutely full send there. We may get a track cut penalty. Ah. Bit of a weird one. Yeah, I may need to recalibrate that throttle pedal a little bit. Too deep. Yeah, that's weird. That throttle is like really coming off a few percent. Probably not costing me that much, but it is a bit weird. Fair play to the guy behind, it's very, very close. Ooh, I was reading the chat there. Decent battle for the lead. Yeah, not quite as actually good a race for me, this one. But still a decent result. I mean, the DR must be climbing a little bit. I guess we could really be trying to win these races if we were really trying to push up the DR, but another kind of decent result. Studio, so the last 3 corners to the left have an evil last apex. The very last corner I've always found very, very tricky. Exceedingly tricky. Yeah, we had a very good start. That penalty though, it was very weird. The guy braked. I wasn't trying to go for an overtake. He just braked so early. And then he didn't turn in that I went for the gap, and then he was able to come back at me because it was... It's not often you have the cars in those positions actually around there. Thanks to DOT, not a bad result. I don't know if that is key streaming or not. If he is streaming and if he is going to go again, maybe we do a quali and we try and have a bat at the front. I don't know. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have taken a bit of a hit there. I don't think it is. Maybe someone random. Didn't see that's our previous Spaniard there that time. Oh my word! These races just keep going and going and going. We'll go for one more. We'll try and get it done. I feel like there are about 2 or 3 races where I was really, really on it, and we could have done it. And the last race wasn't. It was a bit ragged from me. So unless I can really bring it back, you have to be reliant on some carnage, I think. Thanks, Harry. Yeah, second for you as well. Good result. Getting that SR up. That's what I'd like to see. So coming up this week, we've got SSBB and Free Rentals Racing on Friday. FIA on Saturday. Maybe we'll give FIA a crack. We'll put some practice in for that. Sunday we've got Sunday lobbies. And maybe a stream tomorrow. Just need to work out what we'll stream. Kind of what combo. Yeah, I think it might just be someone random, Steve, actually. Something we have been talking about in the Discord, something I did play last night, is Among Us. There's some absolute savagery going on in Among Us. On the podium joined for a game, and I just killed him within about 3.5 seconds. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow we can do. Actually, tomorrow would be FIA, wouldn't it? Okay. I need to work it out. And also calibrate this throttle pedal. Let's jump out on track and see how this is working. So I think the throttle always comes on here because it's simulating like not stalling, I think. If you see here, the throttle is still on even though I'm not on the throttle. I think that's like a you know, a clutch thing. Unless did I leave traction control on like a little bit? Is that maybe what happened? Oh, that, okay, yeah. I think maybe what it is that, as I've spoken before, this pedal is so long, like the longest pedal you've ever seen in your life. And on the T3PA Pros, my foot position would be quite low down. And actually that doesn't give you the leverage here because you have to push this pedal so far down to get all the way. So I think as my foot kind of goes down, naturally the pedal starts leaving it. Why is the handbrake not working here? Maybe. Thanks, Steve. I like with the pen. Yeah, it was a very weird sequence that. I don't know what he was doing, just hanging about. Unless he was like actually anticipating a move and then going for a cutback, which would be like a 4000 IQ move. Yeah, maybe we need to get the boots on, Benny. Maybe. I think I am fast with the boots on. See this chap giving it his all on the flag, on flag duty. Just checking. The guy behind looks like he's a bit bored. But yeah, we'll do another race. We'll try and get it. Try and get that result. The leaders were actually fighting in that race. They were quite pacey. It's such a big expanse of grass there. You could make a park in this bit. Don't know how the racing has been for you, Benny, this evening. Hopefully well. Sorry to hear about the reset. I've really got to stop talking about food at the beginning of the streams because now all I can think about is a Goodfellas pepperoni and peppers oven pizza, and I haven't had dinner, and it's just Is it too late to eat? What's the time? Probably too late to eat. Steve, I have to find my loads. I find my load says I have to push down at the top of the pedal 34% for yes. Oh, that's the brake. Yeah, but the brake is kind of. The brake is almost in a way more obvious because there's more of a tangible. You kind of know when you're not going deep enough. But the throttle you expect. You expect to be at full throttle. So yeah, I've just got to basically properly go for it. Being at 2/3 in the second race, see that's probably very, very good for the SR. Probably good for the DR as well. Imagine you're much higher. Oh, there's a chicane here. I'm so glad they don't use the chicane. Did they ever use the chicane here? Also, so firstly, there's the chicane which would ruin the track. I think that would be like Catalonia. Where is that place that Raikkonen went off? Remember, there was a time when Raikkonen just went too deep and he kind of went off track and went to a road that didn't go anywhere. Where is that road? Does anyone else remember that? I thought it was somewhere around here. Like he went too deep. Or was it this road? There's no road here. So was it around here, Benny? Is there actually in real life, is there a road? I'm pointing at the screen. Is there a road by that barrier? Because he did do that and he kind of... The road doesn't rejoin. Some of the AstroTurf they put down here. This is what I mean about this track. It doesn't feel like a living, breathing place. It feels like a snapshot and very sterile. And I imagine in GT7 this will just feel more alive. Even if the clouds just rolling by, you know, the clouds rolling by, and then, you know, more, can you call them NPCs, people in the background? It will just really heighten that sensation, I think. In real life, the barrier isn't that close. Oh, so okay. Smooth. Hang on, well, let me go down there with it. So we went too deep here in the wet. How far would it let us go? In my head, he kind of went a long way up to where that second Maxwell sign is. I'm not very good at drifting. Going down this path makes me really want to play a rally game. We didn't get ghosted there. Maybe we'll do that on the PS5. Do some rallying. Thanks, studios. Oh, cheeseburgers now, just making me even more hungry. I have to wait till tomorrow morning and have a bowl of cereal, which isn't that glamorous. Yeah, so glad I don't use this. These sausages would just be an absolute nightmare. See, Steve? Yeah, just one more for me. So, catch you in Discord. At least we're back up to B. Better than where we were. Yeah, I hope everyone has a very good Tuesday evening. I can't believe it's going to be Wednesday tomorrow. It's just insane. I only saw one McGann this evening, actually, I think. There's no real point doing a warm-up here, is there? Because you don't get that far out of the garage. So the thing is with Laguna Seca tomorrow is that I feel like if I do Laguna Seca on the main account, it's probably going to be a return to the way we used to do FIA, which is basically on a Wednesday, jump in about 3 minutes before the penultimate race, have no practice, use quali just to practice, quali 20th, or like right near the back, have a race where we kind of make up some positions, have a bit of practice for the second race, then we quali a little bit better, and we never really make any progress. I feel like that's probably what it would be like tomorrow. And it would actually be better tomorrow to practice for Saturday and Le Mans, I think. I'll have to think about that. Could be a very tactical race with all the slipstreaming down the straight from Saturday. Here we go then, last race of the evening. And a lot of E-drivers here at the back. We'll see if we can jump them. Touch wood. First couple of corners have been going very well for us today, actually, so far. Don't really want to be on the outside here, but where we are, someone behind us ghosted through, I think. Someone else is ghosting. Gonna escape a penalty there. giving it the big ones, and he brakes about 800 metres early. See if we can scoot up the insides here at the last moment. Fair play, he's just got up the inside, he's going to run us a bit wide here. I think it's proper daily race A. Let's regroup. We're going to get squeezed here on the inside, I suspect. We made it through here. There's a squeeze. Kind of fair play, I think. Go deep. So a few places behind where we'd like to be ideally, but is what it is. Let's regroup. Could have dived around the inside there, but he didn't. Probably keep that position. I see 4th as like a possible target. Leader hasn't checked out actually. Deep there. Fourth is kind of harassing 3rd, so maybe 3rd could be on if we can get into the slipstream. That was a pretty crazy first lap actually. We were due one. Well overdue, I'd say. Decent time by the leader, actually. Right, this cab. Struggling to catch up, but hopefully next sequence we can do something. A bit deeper than I wanted. Yeah, leader is checking away now. No, it's doable actually. 4th place. Soft through there. Last lap is setting up quite nicely. 4th might still be getting a slip from 3rd. 6th might have a go at 5th. There could be some dicing here. I wonder if that's going to... yeah. Well, good to know that that's the kind of penalty area. Or penalty sensitive area. TT's gone quite wide, so his exit's not going to be great. Give the dive up the inside. Nope. Oh, I thought about a monster dive there. He was so wide on the entry, which is the fastest way. Fourth and third are really going for it. We got this penalty as well, so see if we can get it on track. Okay, we're a 10th closer than we were when we were trying to get first place. So going off that, this is going to be very close. Obviously, it's going to go defensive. Fair play. I think it was a tale of peaking. We peaked at a point when we were, I think we had 2 second places, and we were driving quite well. I think we did a few lap times in the 37s. It's almost a case of, in order to set yourself up for getting in that position by the end of the race, you really need to carve the traffic early doors. And if you have any kind of major incidents, you're just not going to catch up. So this race, the first lap was very, very messy. And that basically set the tone. It would be good to do this race on the main account, because if there is someone faster behind you, you can take very defensive lines, and then almost like the train stacks up and it becomes quite interesting. But it's just too risky, I think, with the SRs. I mean, even the penalty I got in this race, there was, I think I went as far left as I could on the curb, and then we had 2 side-to-side contacts, and it was a 1 second penalty, but more importantly, an SR down. As we go down to SRC. And I think that kind of contact is fairly common. I guess in the higher lobby we give each other a bit more space. It is what it is though. It was good fun racing. Coming from the back. I'm glad we have come from the back. I was thinking for a second, is it worth doing it on the main account? But I don't think so. That's good fly, 16,034. Well, at least the DR on the Ultra's gone up. We could one evening just try and get that up to an A rank, and then we have an A ranked Ultra account. But then I don't really see the point, because we have an A plus main account. I don't know. Think about it. But yeah, 30 floor. I think at some point we must have been up to 60 something today, because I think A SR is 60. See, the Italian here is typing from the grave. See what I can see with nations. Getting to the end of this series, probably. That's a good race. That was always going to be a good race. I can't believe we had to miss this one because of Club 100. That would have been a nice one for us as well. This one I think we were unable to do. We may have done this one, I can't remember. And then ending with Group 3 at Nürburgring. Yes, maybe. Maybe. I don't know what is coming after this. I saw some messages in the thing below saying there's going to be another season. See, I think at the moment we're like 68. But with the potential to go quite a bit higher, we can actually get rid of that 53, for example. That wasn't our finest moment. Whichever race that was. We could try and get top 50 actually, which would be pretty cool in the UK. There's Mr. Rory. At the moment, top four scores counting. Top 4 scores counting. Okay. So if we could get 100 better than that 53, it's definitely doable. Then we'd be around here, wouldn't we? And if we would do something crazy and get another 100, it'd be up here, but we'll see. I have to give a think about Laguna Seca tomorrow. But thanks everyone for joining the stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for everyone who's watching. That's what daily race A is like. It's I think it's always been like that, but as the penalty system has ebbed and flowed, there can be slightly more of an edge to it. I think the consequences of any kind of contact are really severe at the moment. But that is the way it is for everyone. Had a very good race with ERT W1 on Saturday. So I'll have a think about Laguna Seca tomorrow. Maybe we'll give it a shot. We'll be in the Aston, which is likely to be a decent car around there, I imagine. And then we've got Le Mans on Saturday, and then SSBB on Friday, Very Bench Racing Friday, and in the works is a Club 100 championship to be run on a as yet undecided day of the week. That will be a team race, so teams of 2. That is in the works, but that will be against the fastest drivers in Club 100 and myself. So we'll see who we pair up with. But we'll be giving that a shot. I think that's going to be live streaming. Maybe I will be live streaming it. There's the commentary. Got that to look forward to. Maybe I'll do some iRacing. We will see. But thanks everyone for joining. If you do have any questions about GT Sport or daily races or FI anything, do feel free to ask in the Discord. There's a link in the description of this video. It'd be great to have you. Otherwise, hope you've enjoyed the daily race A carnage today. Definitely a kind of I'm drawing a peak with my hands. We peaked, and then I think we dropped off at the end, but it was a good peak. I enjoyed the peak. And we just couldn't bring about a second wave, let's say. I hope everyone has a very good Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for joining. Please do feel free to leave a like on your way out if you have a like to leave, or even then subscribe to the stream if you want. It's up to you. I hope you have a very good Tuesday evening. Thanks GTRE. Thanks Kinterfly, Al, Steve, everyone else who's watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you have a great Wednesday. Because by the time Wednesday evening rolls around, it's only Thursday and Friday to go, and then it's the weekend. So these weeks just go in a flash. Absolute flash. But thanks everyone. Have a very good night. And see you next time.